So, what are some of the harmful products used in beauty? Baby powder has been linked to ovarian cancer. Bronzer contains parabens, which have been linked to breast and skin cancer. Setting powder contains retinol acetate, which has been linked to cancer, excessive vitamin A in pregnant women, and organ system toxicity. Concealer contains excessive amounts of fragrance, which can cause dermatitis, which is a rash on the skin. And blush has been known to contain urine and bodily fluids of animals. Some other toxins are formaldehyde or asbestos, which are known carcinogens, meaning they cause cancer. Mercury can damage the kidney and nervous system. Lead is a potent neurotoxin. And there are many more. There are two types of beauty-related skin reactions. Irritant contact dermatitis happens when something actually damages the skin, causing burning, itching, redness, or blisters. Allergic contact dermatitis is a reaction in your immune system which causes swelling or hives. So, does natural mean safe? Brands claiming to be natural, pure, organic, or any other term like that can still contain a variety of chemicals. These brands tend to use misleading marketing terms to persuade consumers to buy their products. This is not to say that all natural beauty products are unsafe to use. Many companies who are doing it the right way and being transparent have very safe products.
Toxic beauty affects anyone who uses beauty products as part of their routine, so it is a worldwide issue, but especially for women who tend to use more beauty items more frequently than men do. The companies that are creating and distributing products made with toxic ingredients are causing the problem. These companies are putting out these products and aren't safely regulating the chemicals and materials going into them. Research has been done that suggests some beauty companies will put toxic ingredients in their products on purpose and state that they must continue to use the products to fix the issue, which encourages consumers to buy more product. Companies that claim to be natural, organic, or pure have even less regulation surrounding their products and tend to use greenwashing, in which these companies deceptively persuade the public that their products are environmentally friendly and safest to use. The beauty industry heavily relies on self-regulation with severe oversight from the government. Toxic beauty is occurring because companies can make a profit off of self-conscious women. There is a mindset that we must be perfect and fix any sort of imperfection, so women will continue to buy these possibly dangerous products and disregard the hazardous effects. There are a lot of psychological factors that lead the companies being able to continue their work. There are also many harmful products in stores due to the post-market regulatory system that the cosmetic industry uses, which is where the product is put onto the market, not tested, and if there is an occurrence of a problem, that's when the regulatory system kicks in and the product is tested. The government also doesn't observe and regulate the beauty industry enough to know about how many toxic ingredients are used. The European Union has banned around 1,400 toxic chemicals, while the United States has only banned 11 chemicals from cosmetics. An organization fighting against toxic beauty is the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics. The Campaign for Safe Cosmetics Coalition, a project of breast cancer prevention partners, works to protect the health of consumers, workers, and the environment through public education and engagement, corporate accountability and sustainability campaigns, and legislative advocacy designed to eliminate dangerous chemicals linked to adverse health impacts from cosmetics and personal care products. The campaign has educated millions of people about the problem of toxic chemicals in cosmetics, which has led to an increased demand for safer products in the marketplace. Now, hundreds of cosmetic companies fully disclose ingredients and avoid the use of cancer-causing chemicals, reproductive toxicants, and other unsafe chemicals. Demonstrating these practices are not only possible, but profitable. Retailers, too, are becoming part of the solution by requiring the national brands they sell to eliminate chemicals of concern and practice a higher level of ingredient transparency. The campaign is also working at the federal level to pass the House Bill of Safe Cosmetics and Personal Care Act of 2018, which would ban the worst of the worst chemicals from retail and professional salon products and require manufacturers to disclose what chemicals they use to make fragrance. The campaign is also working to improve and pass the Senate Bill of Personal Care Safety Act of 2017, which is to improve monitoring of the personal care products industry, but the bill does not yet have all the protections needed.
Although not as strict as some other religions, the Catholic Church does have some conditions for wearing makeup. The Church teaches that your face is the key to seeing the real you, your soul. God made our faces, and covering it up or altering it is an insult to Him. Women have been told since the beginning of time we are not good enough or pretty enough. Now with media, this issue is much worse. The document Les Culture Féminines condemns procedures such as plastic surgery because it objectifies women and leads to anxiety disorders such as body dysmorphia. The document says it is a form of aggression that threatens the female identity.
The effects of toxic beauty on young girls. We all know the perfect image that a young girl strives for. Good skin, best clothes, having the anatomy of a plastic Barbie doll. A healthy body image in childhood can lay a foundation for good physical and mental health later in life. An unhealthy body image in childhood can have a long-lasting effect. Factors that could play a part in self-consciousness are family environment, disabilities, school and friends, social media, cultural background, puberty, and just wanting to fit in. This is especially hard on teenage girls. They are at risk of getting depression, anxiety, and even eating disorders. The signs of this is criticizing their bodies, comparing their bodies with others, isolation and not wanting to leave the house, wanting to lose weight and going on unhealthy diets. Beauty also has effects on young boys. Boys are also at risk of having these feelings. Although they hide it better, there is still an ideal image for the perfect guy. The ideal is super tall, having a six-pack, muscles, not being too skinny or overweight, and having good hair. Boys don't normally develop eating disorders, but they do tend to over-exercise, which is known as bulking up. Girls have makeup ads and dieting ads and wanting to look like Victoria's Secret angels, but boys have similar things to these. They have sexiest men alive, peer pressure from girls, parents, coaches, friends. We've all heard the word toxic masculinity. They don't want to look weak. They have to hide their emotions. They have to sexualize and objectify women. And they have to know all about sports and cars. Fix body images is to stop comparing. One form of comparing is called checking. This is when you constantly compare your physical attributes to those of other people. It can be challenging to stop negatively comparing yourself to others. For many people, it's such a habit, it's automatic. For some, they can do this hundreds of times a day and not even notice. Try to notice when you compare yourself to others and make a note of when you compare, who you compare yourself to, and what you say to yourself when it happens. This comparison mainly happens with celebrities, social media figures, even friends and family members. Some brands that promote body positivity. UK's Sport England has a commercial called I Jiggle, Therefore I Am. This promotes body positivity because they use models of all shapes and sizes. Dove Body Wash has a campaign for real beauty. They show people of all shapes, sizes, races, and ages. They started to do this after a poll they took showing only 1 out of 10 people describe themselves as beautiful. Holmes Place's slogan is wearing what makes you happy. Nike started their own plus-size women's collection after realizing they haven't been recognizing all body types. Ads show up all the time. We usually see them and click them away. We don't think this has an effect on us, but it does. One brand that has had a lot of controversies in the past decade is Victoria's Secret. They encourage their models to go on extreme diets, train obsessively, and they don't have any plus-size models. They also told Vogue they didn't want trans models because it would spoil the fantasy. Everywhere. Doctors' offices, waiting rooms, hairdressers, the gym, the malls, in your mail, dinner tables. Magazines are everywhere, and they're full of toxic ads. Kids don't read magazines, but toxic beauty seeps into our childhood, so where did we find them? Where did they shape us in our childhood? The answer is through our toys. Young girls play with, mold them to be trophy wives. All the toys you see are pink and purple baby dolls, Barbies, kitchen sets, hair salons, nail kits, fuzzy big-eyed animals. There's no diversity.
So, what are we going to do for the future? Young people can draw awareness to the issue through social media and strikes. Government needs to limit toxins or chemicals used in beauty products. Beauty brands need to stop using toxic chemicals and find alternative ingredients. Health inspectors need to start thoroughly testing products and not allowing toxic products into stores. There are also apps that can tell how toxic a beauty product is. Who's going to do it? Anyone who uses beauty products is affected by this issue and needs to stand up to fix it. How long is it going to take? It could take multiple years to get attention from the government or the big beauty brands and create laws that prevent the use of toxins in beauty brands. There are resources available for anyone who is suffering with body issues or anything like that to get immediate help. But ultimately, there is going to be no solution until we get answers to the psychological issues.